I'm here to do my essay for school here. It is about using video games to relieve stress. Using video games to relieve stress. Video games can be used as a stress reliever for many different reasons. It can help you take your mind off of something that happened today that troubles you. It can also help lower aggressive feelings, but those are only two of the ways that video games help relieve stress. Although video games are commonly associated with aggression, that is far from the case. A study found that teens who played violent games experienced minimal increases in feelings of aggression. Though the increases were barely detectable, teen girls experienced a slight increase in stress. That means that though there are some feelings of aggression, it is very low and almost non-existent. Much of the research that has found a link between video game violence and aggression does not always show a clear link between exposure to in-game violence and real-world aggression. That shows that aggression is shown mainly in the game itself, but not carried out into the real world. Those are just some of the reasons why video games are not associated with aggression. Again, even though that people say that video games cannot relieve stress, it very well can. While there are many While there may be some stress responses triggered by games, overall self-assessments provided by gamers fail to show a link between problems and social life, academic behavior, work behavior, or physical reactions or stress, showing that if there is a negative effect, gamers themselves are not aware of it and its effect on their lives. That means that video games might create some stress. It does not affect the person themselves. One study examined players as they played either competitive or cooperative games. As predicted, there was a difference in stress levels after playing, and those who played cooperatively experienced a greater decrease in stress levels, but the difference was slight. Both groups experienced the same experience in decrease in stress levels, but the difference was slight. Both groups experienced decrease in stress by playing the game. In addition, both groups retained positive feelings towards other players, though there was a slightly higher regard for those who were cooperative. This is another way in which video games can provide social experiences and decrease in stress. That means that if someone were to play with other people, then they would see a decrease in stress. Those are some of the reasons that video games actually help relieve stress. That is how video games can be used as a stress reliever. It helps by forgetting about your stressor and lowering aggressive feelings. Although there are only two ways listed, there are more ways to relieve stress.